Hi, welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is Dr. Ram Hard Drive. I lost count of the amount of mouse nests that I found in this house, and the whole floor, a lot of the shelving and cabinets and countertops were just completely covered in mouse poop and shredded newspapers from the mouse nests. The floors were so bad, I had to clean them with a paint scraper. There was food dating back to 2020, but the insides of the cabinets were so saturated in mouse droppings that we had to get rid of almost every piece of food that she had in there. So how does a house get into this condition? There are a lot of factors. So one, I mentioned both of the husband and wife are disabled to varying degrees. The husband had taken two super nasty falls. One fractured his skull, and the other one broke or fractured his neck. The wife has diabetes, extreme mobility issues. She had, I think she said, a quadruple bypass. She had several shoulder surgeries. She had been in several car accidents. She's had deaths in the family. And it's just the perfect storm of loss versus the actual hoarding disorder itself that kicked it into overdrive and created what you're seeing here. This cannot be surpassed without therapy. I have mentioned that to them. And had there not been an attempt to clean it up, they very easily could have ended up in adult protective services. What happens is the house starts to get dirty and your depression takes over and doesn't allow you to clean it. So it gets a little dirtier and a little bit more cluttered. And then you find yourself putting things like your drinking glass by where you're sitting, and then you don't bring it to the sink. Then you find your dishes piling up, and that gets overwhelming, so you just kind of let them go. And then your trash starts to overflow, and then you get like a big trash pile, so you start tossing other trash onto that trash pile, and it starts to grow and get bigger. The longer you go, the more overwhelming it becomes, so it's a self-feeding cycle. Over the course of years, that builds and builds and builds until it becomes your normal. And you know that it's not normal. You know that other people don't live like this, but there's nothing you can do about it mentally and physically. You're now at the point where you're too embarrassed to ask for help. You won't allow people in to fix things that get broken because you're ashamed of the condition of the place. So oftentimes there are electrical problems and plumbing problems that exist within the house, but they never get fixed. And then it just becomes this out of control freight train that you just can't stop. And you need an outside hand to come in and say, all right, I can help you get back to ground zero. But without therapy, that can very, very easily build up again.